Hey there, welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. My name is Andrew, and in today's live stream, we are covering my pre-camera, pre-live routine. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream.
Disappointed by reality, trying to come back, start something new, build up yourself, it's all to you. Stay strong no matter what they say, you keep getting better every day. Hold your head up, never gonna stop, fears and proud, stand up and shout. Stand my ground.
Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that intro. I would love your feedback on what you think of it. Is it too loud? Is it too long? Any input is greatly appreciated. As I said, my name is Andrew. Welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. In today's episode, we are talking about my pre-camera, pre-live routine. And we are covering day 24 of the LEDA challenge. It's hard to believe it's already been 24 days of going live. Isn't it nuts? I can't thank you all enough for coming here and supporting me and supporting the channel with your support and encouragement. It is a great benefit to all of us here in the community, and it has been very uplifting and very helpful to me because prior to doing this challenge, I was very nervous about going live and sharing my experience and knowledge on things. So thank you all very, very much for your support and encouragement. As I said, today we are covering day 24 of the LEDA challenge and my pre-camera routine, which is pretty short, really. My pre-camera routine consists of usually, if I was sitting in my old spot, which we now have a new spot, as you can see in the background behind me the last couple of days. Prior to being in this position, I was sitting against the wall just over there, and I would literally be sitting up against the wall, and I would have a light occasionally on me, sometimes not always. In fact, I don't even have it on right now because I was using it for something else. Otherwise, it would be on, and I think that it also puts a glare back there on my Marine Corps Rifleman's Creed, so I wanted to see if there was any noticeable difference for me, if there was anything that had changed by having the light off today compared to being on. Prior to this challenge, my routine has always been to go get a cup of coffee or a drink of some sort. 9 chances out of 10 it's coffee, but with the last couple of days of being ultra hot, I'm actually drinking Powerade. That way I can stay hydrated and hopefully a little bit cool. And I would go to the bathroom and go have a couple hits off of a cigarette, which I am doing very good at cutting down on, so I can hopefully be able to say that here in the near future I quit smoking. But that's a different topic altogether. And my other pre-routine would be to go and get those things done, come back in here and finalize and double check and triple check everything to make sure it's working and plugged in, because I had an issue a couple days ago when I did my live stream interview with Martin Hewlett, and I made one final little adjustment before we went live, and unfortunately my microphone came unplugged. So now I am doing my best to double, triple, quadruple check to make sure everything is functioning properly. Other than that, that is really pretty much my pre-camera routine, other than sitting here thinking to myself about what today's topic's going to be, what questions might be getting asked, and ensuring that my mindset is good for our live streams. That way I'm not sitting here nervous or panicking or second guessing anything. And take an opportunity, a minute, to see who we have here with us in the live stream. Hey, Cam, nice to see you here with us today. Greatly appreciated. I got your email and I will be checking those out. I've been trying to do a whole lot the last few hours, and I stayed up last night trying to get even more done because I've got a lot going on between preparing for interviews and collaborations, preparing more topics and content for the future, getting some research done. So I will be responding to your emails as well as comments within our Hangout group. I'm just trying to do a lot of things at one time, and I spread myself a little bit too thin, I think. But, when you're trying to do multiple things as a solo person, it takes a little bit more time than we usually would plan on. So I do thank you for your emails and your patience. It's greatly appreciated that you're here supporting me and the channel and having a fun time within the chat and in the Hangout group with all of our community members. Greatly appreciated. Um, I really don't have a whole lot today, really, because I have been just so focused on getting stuff done for research and being able to make content. I've actually reached out to Pat as well as Karma Cashflow about some of the complications I'm running into right now with the whole possibility of monetizing my channel because of Social Security restrictions. Unfortunately, I've been advised that I need to either talk to an attorney or talk to a CPA, a certified personal accountant, to see if they might have any extra input on how we can avoid having issues with alternative sources of income. One of them was to possibly start a company, and that would be able to state that the company is making money rather than me making money. But how do you start a company and make money if you're not the one making the money? So gotta love these wonderful restrictions and stipulations on every freaking thing because IRS has one set of rules, Social Security has another set of rules. Each of the companies that we have out there available to us has their own set of rules, and that's a big old pain in the ass. And that is for sure, because I know I am not the only one dealing with this issue, and that's one reason I am doing my best to find out as much information as I possibly can to give that to you all here in the community so you do not have to deal with these struggles and hassles of jumping through hoop after hoop after hoop or worry about getting in trouble, because I know that's one thing none of us want to deal with. So as soon as I can get all these answers figured out between reaching out to hopefully an attorney and a accountant, maybe, just maybe, we'll have more of a definitive answer on how we could go about these things, because I am trying my best. Besides giving you the options of what we can do, I want to make sure that all those options are going to be something we can do and not have to worry about any kind of hassle or any restrictions or loss of income or legal actions. So I greatly appreciate everybody here and giving me your thoughts and opinions and ideas on ways that we can work around these issues. And I will be giving more information as soon as I can on how we can avoid these kind of complications in the future. Let's see who else we have here. Just seen another comment pop up. Hey, Nick Gaming, nice to see you here. Greatly appreciated, brother. Hope you're having a wonderful day. If you are here with us in the live stream, please don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment, let us know you're here, participate with the community, say hi. We're not going to bite, I promise. We are very open and enjoy chatting with everybody here in the live streams as well as in the replay. It is greatly appreciated for those of you who are watching this in the replay when you comment and let me know that you've seen the video and give your input on how the streams went or any feedback that you have. It is very helpful. I greatly appreciate it because every little bit of feedback helps me to improve this channel and content for you. And that's my ultimate goal, is to make this content for you, because it's not about me and making money, becoming wealthy or rich. It is my goal to be able to assist you to grow your channel, build your brand, and educate people about the blind and visually impaired. And that all coincides together with making this community good for everybody, whether you're disabled or whether you're sighted. My goal is to be able to help you, and by helping you, it will create opportunities like I've been gaining over the past couple weeks with getting interviewed or having collaborations, having ideas for content creation to be able to share here with you as well as in our Facebook group. So it's greatly appreciated. Any feedback you wish to give is more than welcome. I'm not going to be upset or hurt by it. Anything helps. Let's see. I have a friend who is a disability attorney. I will see how much the charges for consultation, or maybe she can recommend somebody your state. Awesome, Kim. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for that, because as I said, I'm like freaking out because everything I keep looking at for us as a possibility just doesn't cut it. Like I said the other day, I had to get rid of my Patreon account. Even though I didn't have any patrons, which is fine with me, it still upset me that they just decided to all of a sudden switch up their terms of service and now pretty much screw all of us that are on disability, because prior to the changes, they did not collect taxes and they only collected their small percentage with their few cent fee on all transactions. Now they actually charge you a percentage, a cent rate for a small fee, as well as taxes on top of it. And anybody who is on disability or supplemental security already knows that when we earn any kind of money, Social Security and the IRS will flag us, and then they will take every cent that we earn, whether it was donated to us or actually physically earned or virtually earned for that matter. And we receive the punishment for trying to have that extra little bit of cash, whether it's a $2 donation or whether it's a $50 donation or whatever donation. And I think it's actually asinine that they can charge taxes for that service but not pay the taxes for us. It's no different than Amazon and Walmart and these other nonprofits that are out there that actually take this money and say that they're charging you taxes but don't actually pay taxes at all. I don't understand how they can do that, because if I knew how they were getting around this with their 501c3s, I done would have had my stuff from my nonprofit set up years ago. But because of Social Security and restrictions, that's why I'm not registered as a nonprofit already, even being an ordained minister. Because they have some stupid ass laws and protocols that actually hinder us, even as disabled people who do have the ability to be a nonprofit, because it's still considered a earned income. And that's what's annoying me the most, is even though we have these things in place already, they still feel that we're making money and we're going to get punished for it. So I'm doing my best to find out as much as I can to be able to relay that information back to you. Hey, just Samson. Nice to see you, brother. Greg, nice to see you as well. Greatly appreciated, guys. Thank you for supporting me and coming to join us in the live stream. Today's episode is supposed to be LEDA Day 24. What is your on camera, pre live routine? And my routine isn't really all that extravagant. It's get a drink, go to the bathroom, make sure everything's working, have a couple hits off a cigarette because I am trying to quit, and then I go live. Uh, Maybe I don't necessarily go live right away, but I do sit here and think to myself about what we're going to talk about, what questions might come up that I might be able to answer, and things like that. Otherwise, I ain't really got a pre-camera routine. I've gotten to the point, as I said yesterday, that I just think a couple things to myself and then I hit the live button because I don't have a routine really, other than, as I said a second ago, it's not about me, it's about being able to provide you all with the value and information that I have and am gaining to be able to help us all get off of disability, or even if you don't want to get off disability, to help you make a little bit of extra side cash so you can have a more independent and free life to do what you want, because we don't have a lot of money. Being low income sucks. I know. I've been low income my entire life. I've never been above the poverty line, and the way things keep looking right now, I might never get that way unless I can get this information sorted out, because one platform says no issues, and then you go and you start researching things more, and then you find out it is going to be an issue. And that's my ultimate goal, is I'm trying to avoid any issues for you as well as for me, because I would love to be able to get off of disability. I hate being on disability because I know people will say, well, you're entitled to it because of your service and everything else, but no. I feel like a sponge getting money from the government, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. If I could give it away right now, if I could give it up and give it away right now, I would. Because I would much rather do something to earn my money rather than going, here, give it to me. Give it to me. I want that check at the first and on the third of the month. I want it. I want it. I want it. No. Yeah, I hate that. I can't stand it. Because to me, it's like I'm constantly begging at the beginning of the month, hey, can I have a free handout? I don't want free handouts. That's one reason I do so much, because I figured this way, by having 3 channels, 10 pages, and 18 groups, even though I'm not making any money off of them, I'm giving information and value to everybody for free to make up for the amount of money I get every month for my disability. Because, as I said, I absolutely hate getting money from the government. I would much rather be earning my money as everybody else would be in the sighted community. If I could go out and have a job right now, you bet your ass I would have a job right now. But thanks to discrimination and freaking racism, the way that it's become rampant over the last few years, even more and more, it's even more difficult for people like us to actually do those kind of things. I see the chat's moving here, so let's see what our community is saying. Really? That's awesome, Greg. Great to hear. Um, I'm sure it's probably a little bit easier on your PC compared to on your phone, isn't it? My pre promotion routine, Samson, pretty much at the moment has been scheduling the stream in advance. Of course, today I didn't set it all that in advance. It was only like about maybe 20 minutes in advance because I want to be able to schedule everything like I did this past week to where everything's posted already on social media, either here on YouTube or on Facebook or Twitter, to where it would tell you, okay, Consult the Blind Guy is going live on this day at this time. But because I don't know every day's mission, it's kind of hard to do it because when you use StreamYard and you pre-schedule, you could put in your information and set it, but then you actually have to go in and edit things once you do get the information for the challenge. And to me, it's a pain in the butt because then, depending on how many platforms you're going to, like I am going to 3 right now, I would have to go in and edit each individual platform to have the same information. So that's why it has not been preset the last 2 days, except for shortly before going live. I had thought about doing emails, but I've literally only got 4 people on my email list, one of which is here in the live chat with us, and that would be Kim, and that's it. Otherwise, I don't get emails. As I said before, the only email I was getting prior to Kim sending me email was our sister Sue from our quarantine, and that's because we've been chit chatting personally, so I don't really have an email list. My other contacts on email have been the bogus spammers, fishers who are trying to con me into doing that little survey that makes no sense to me, as I said in the stream before. Because even though I've tried to grow my email list, I am not getting anybody to actually email me, which is kind of irritating, but at the same time, it's like, hey, whatever, it's their loss if they don't want to get a newsletter to hear more information or be informed on what I'm working on. I did Pat's little 0 to 100 email challenge, and it hasn't done anything for me. Yeah, I've thought about it, but my when I do the schedule for the live stream, it automatically tweets for me that I'm gonna go live, and that's pretty much been it. It goes out automatically as soon as it's scheduled to Facebook. It automatically goes out to YouTube and Twitter. So that's been my promotion. Otherwise, that's it. I do my little pre-warning every day here in the live stream to warn everybody about the next day that I will be going live again in the same spot at the same time. But that's it, because I have no actual email list to send out extra notifications to. And I'm still waiting to hear back from ConvertKit about using their platform, and I'm getting to the point, honestly, that I'm considering walking away from the whole email marketing idea, or email newsletter, because it does not seem to matter to anyone that I'm trying to grow that email list. Not even to make money, it's just to inform everybody of other options of things that would be beneficial, and they can have it more on a regular permanent basis right there on their own email, rather than trying to have to search through the Facebook group or anything like that. I've thought about it and thought about it and keep thinking about it, but I have this feeling in the back of my head that the blind and visually impaired community does not want email, which I kind of understand because I get about 1,000 emails on my personal email account every day, which is annoying as hell to me because I have to filter through which ones I want to read and which ones I don't. For instance, Karma Cashflow this morning was talking about email marketing 101, which I found ironic because my video I released this morning was about email marketing and the benefits of having an email list and why we should have one, but it still don't matter. I do not get any emails other than from a couple people. Kim being one of them, Sister Sue being the other one, and then the Fishers trying to scam people into clicking on their links so they can probably try stealing their account or hack information, and that's it. That's all I get. Been that one single person of sending out them phishing emails for participating in a 5 to 10 minute survey, and that's it. Other than Kim, that's the only mail I receive on that, and that's it. And and that's the thing is I've thought about lead magnets. I've put that out there before that I would give stuff away for free and information for free, but doesn't seem like anybody wants it. And what information I have is the same thing I give already here on the channel as well as in my Facebook group, and it doesn't seem to really have any kind of impression or value, or at least it seems like they feel like there's no value or something. I don't know. It was originally going to be something I did on a regular basis, but seeing as how I don't get emails, I don't get input on things like that, I pretty much walked away from the idea. And like I was saying earlier, I've been getting depressed just today just because of all this COVID shit going on and how things are being played out because it's making things even harder for us. So I don't know how I'm going to do anything anymore because one person says to do a lead magnet, the other person says it's a waste of time. And I feel kind of like it's a waste of time because even though I say I'm going to give you information for free, don't nobody want to sign up for it. Hey, Solar Gravity, nice to see you here with us, brother. Well, see, that's my point right there, Greg. You just hit on it. Is you hate email personally because it's your preference. It really has nothing to do with being blind. And that's the thing is my email list is all about being blind. Ways that we have sources out there for alternative sources of income, foundations that will assist us either with eye tests or with possible treatments depending on what your eye condition is, foundations that will assist us with mobility training, assistive technology, all these different places that I could actually share information in there for us in the blind and visually impaired. But as I said, it seems like people in our community that are blind or visually impaired just go, oh, well, it's an email. It's taking up more space on my computer or on my account, so I don't want it. And that's why I feel like I'm not going to get anybody on my email list unless it's going to give them something extra beyond that. And I only have so much I can offer within there. Hey, Cat Pro, nice to see you here, brother. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're having a good day. Have you tested it yet? What lead magnets have you used so far? Uh, I've put out a couple of them just to a couple people to see what they thought. The first one was my newsletter to see if the text was too big or too small, or if the picture I used for background was all right. and I gave some information about previous episodes about ways that we can make income to get off of disability. And I pretty much laid out the same things that I've put in some of my videos, but a shorter version, and it didn't seem to really take any kind of hold. I ask for feedback, and I don't get feedback. Unfortunately, there's only been a few people, even with our quarantine fam, who've listened to my music and actually given feedback. Otherwise, I don't get it. Um, AV Pierce gave me some feedback. Martin gave me some feedback. And otherwise, everybody else in the feedback team for the quarantine has just said, oh, it's nice, cool. That's it. No critiquing of whether or not my masters were good in any way or whether I should stick to a specific genre, anything. Any kind of feedback I can get is helpful, and I can't get feedback, it seems like, from anybody. Unfortunately, there has been a few people within our community who have posted on the replays a little bit of feedback that they enjoyed it or they found it valuable, but other than that, I don't seem to get any kind of feedback. No matter how many times I ask, no matter how much free stuff I give, I'm just not getting it. And that's the thing, I don't have a landing page either because I don't know how to set up my own website yet. I'm still trying to figure out the costs of everything yet because I don't have the eyesight to do it, so it's going to take me freaking forever to do my own website. And everybody else is talking about they'd help, but I know at the same time that they're going to want some kind of a payment to help, and I can't afford it. That's why I've been doing my best to just do what I can and call it good because being on low income, I can't afford none. you know, I'm trying to hopefully save enough to be able to go to People of Video next year. I'm hoping to be able to save enough over time to be able to go to FlynnCon. There's a lot of things I would love to be able to do, but until I get my ass off of disability, it's not going to happen because I cannot afford shit. Every little cent that I can save is what I've been doing. And last night I spent $10 on another record so I could post it onto my other channel just so I can keep my community there happy. $10 I probably shouldn't have spent that could have been saved and gone to something more important, but I still have to focus on that community as well. And that's why I hate being on disability because I don't have a lot of money. And that little bit of money I do have either gets used for something to help me out just a little bit to gain more subscribers, or it's going to go into food or bills, and that's it. And I don't know how else to do it. You I know I can do the podcast for free on Buzzsprout, and then it's $12 to be able to create an actual account, paid account, and then all my podcasts would stay there. But it's the fact of that $12. Okay, I'm going to put that $12 out every month to have a podcast, but what kind of return am I going to get? Not, because I can't use any platforms to be able to make the money back because the instant I do, the IRS and Social Security are going to flag me as earned income, and then I'm going to lose every cent that I just made. And that's what pisses me off is I can't do anything without getting punished for it. So I'm in a catch 22. I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Google free funnels, lots of free tools out there to build your own page, landing page. Uh, send it. You may have to hit 1,000 people to get 10 interested prospects. It takes reps. Have you tried to put a sign up in your neighborhood lawn or building asking your neighbors to pass your content to them? You start local and get community help. Yeah, I'm not gonna get any community help. In the neighborhood I'm in, that would make me more of a target. I sat here last night waiting to go grab my gun because a gunshot's just down the road. I'm not asking a damn person around here for nothing. I'd more likely get my throat cut or get shot because they think that they can take advantage, unfortunately. It's why I hate living in the city. I absolutely hate the city. If I could live out in my own house in the damn country where I wanted to be, I'd be much happier and have more opportunities there around the farmers and things to be able to get a assistance of some sort, even to help on their farm to make a few bucks for cash. And down here, and I'm not comfortable. I hate being here. Absolutely hate it. Unfortunately, I'm about a mile, 2 miles away from Fort Custer, and it seems like the last 3 weeks we've had more shootings in our area than usual. And it's all thanks to this damn pandemic that everybody seems that they have to go out and take advantage or harm others, and I don't feel like dealing with it. Because I am one of those that I will go ballistic and I will hurt somebody. And I'm doing my best to maintain my attitude with people as it is with the way that they're behaving in the area, driving like maniacs, playing their loud ass music at all hours of the day. And when I mean all hours of the day, I'm talking anywhere from 11 o'clock until 7 o'clock in the morning. You have people out hooping and hollering, shooting guns, lighting off fireworks, driving around doing the X train, as it's been called, I hear. Because it's this whole thing about causing chaos and disruption. And people apparently don't have respect for others anymore, unfortunately. Uh, Maybe for you, Greg, because when I talk, I had the ticket to work from Social Security, and the instant that I looked into that and talked to the actual caseworker, they said, go ahead, you could do the ticket to work, but the instant you make any money, they're going to take it from your benefits. So you're going to break even. Why do anything if you're just going to break even or have even more taken away? Because I can't have any income, period. They said, oh, you could have the $2,000 a month, but the instant you get anything, they take it right out of your bank account. That's how they've screwed me for the last 9 years. Every time I've tried to do anything, oh, earned income, boop, taking it. Flagged by the IRS, earned income, boop, taking it. That's why I'm screwed. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. And that's the whole point of me trying to do all this research and figure out these ways that we can make money so I can get off of disability, because I'm tired of them fucking me every cent I make. And I mean every cent. If you donate to me right now $1, you send it to PayPal, it's fine. You send it through the personal, I'll get that dollar. But the instant I deposit it into my bank account, they see it's from PayPal for a payment. they're going to take that dollar out of my Social Security every time. And that's why I'm getting so damn depressed and pissed off, because no matter what I do, I keep getting screwed and getting screwed and getting screwed. You know, Divided by Sight hit me up the other day because of her situation. And she had mentioned here in the chat that she had received some money. She put it into the bank, and that was the first thing Social Security did, is they took all of her money right out of her account because it's earned income. No, bullshit. They should not be able to punish us for the smallest amount at all. Why is it that we on disability are constantly getting screwed no matter what we do? Unfortunately, being a tribal member, if I'm not within my 10 county area, I don't get my tribal benefits for health or anything like that. So, unfortunately, I have to stay within that area. Otherwise, I have no health insurance because Medicaid does not work for me and I cannot travel. So, I'm kind of in it, like I was saying, I'm in a catch-22. It's either I live in my tribal area and I have health insurance from my tribe, or I move outside of my tribal area and I lose all my benefits for being a tribal member, and then I'm solely reliant on our government, and our government has been screwing me over forever. So I do my best to avoid kind of anything. That's why I go nowhere. That's why I do nothing for fun. That's why I sit here and work my ass off on a regular basis every day to do things for everybody else, because I'm hoping by having the channels and my blogs and the groups that maybe, just maybe, eventually somebody out there will go, hey, we'll help you out and you won't have to deal with these kind of issues no more. But as I said before, I had that job offer from the Indigenous Environmental Network. Why haven't I gone to them? Because I don't see them making any kind of accommodations for me. Because why accommodate a blind guy when you can go to somebody that's sighted and can do it in 5 minutes, where it's going to take me 4 or 5 hours? And that's why I wanted to do my church, because then I could actually be able to do something that was beneficial to everybody else, and I wouldn't have to worry about income because I would live inside of my church. It would be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And all the money that would come into the church would go right back out to the community to be able to help everybody to have the food assistance they need, the eye care assistance they need, the assistive technology they need, the shoulder to cry on or vent to or talk to, because that would be my way of survival, would be to be a 100% nonprofit minister and give back to the community, and the church would be my home. But unfortunately, thanks to our wonderful government and their restrictions on absolutely everything, I can't get shit done because I have no actual way to do it, because everything I look at says, nope, can't do it. That's why I hate the government. I would prefer everybody in our government take a flying leap off of the damn cliff and just disappear, because then everybody in the disabled community would actually have an opportunity to be independent. Can you make a new account with the new name so nobody knows it's you? I wish. I wish, but no, you can't make an account with an alias like that, because the instant you do something like that, they will automatically nail your ass for fraud. and then you're looking at years in prison for lying on your information. And I can't open a bank account or anything like that without actually having to prove who your identity is. Social security numbers, your birth date, your name, all that has to be on your paperwork to have bank accounts. And you have to have all that information to go to like PayPal and things like that as well. That's why I hate being disabled, because we get screwed so much, either because our government just doesn't give two shits, that or the caseworkers that do work for Social Security don't know shit. And they just give false information because they don't want to help us and they don't want to see us succeed or be independent. And I absolutely hate it. Yeah, that's not good. That is an understatement. What county, town would you like to live in? Yeah, okay, I've seen that one already. If I could live anywhere, Kim, I want to live somewhere out in the damn country, far away from society. My dream house would be to be out in the woods somewhere, surrounded by trees, and no neighbors within miles. I've always wanted to be one of them guys out in the frontier to where it would take 50 miles to get to the nearest place, even to the nearest neighbor, because I feel like I would do better there than I do in the city, because I can't stand it, honestly. I hate being in the city. I can't stand all the noise. I can't stand the people that are constantly bitching and arguing and being disrespectful to all their neighbors by lighting off fireworks or shooting guns at night or shooting each other at night. Drug dealers and yeah, yeah. I can I can go on and on and on for hours on that crap. If it were up to me and I could get away with it, there'd be a death probably on this street every damn night, because I'm tired of listening to people with their arguments and their drug deals and driving around with their freaking music blaring at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning where it shakes shit on your walls. If I could, somebody would be hurt on a daily basis. But I keep myself in check rather than going out and being violent. Unfortunately, it's a good thing I do, but at the same time, it's probably not a good thing that I do, because there's some people around here who could really use a good ass whooping, and maybe it will straighten them out, but maybe it won't. Yes, that is for sure, Greg. Once you're on disability, they have you by the balls. That, yeah, unfortunately, and it's not cool, in my opinion. I don't see how it is that they can keep us on such restrictions, but yet they can have so many people out there who are immigrants illegally and receive our benefits. That's one thing that pisses me off, because no offense to anybody here, I'm all for immigration, legal immigration. But when you are somebody that comes to this country, was not born here, and you can come across our borders, go to Social Security and get handed a $10,000 check and receive four, five, six, $700 in food assistance for food stamps or whatever, and I can't even get $10 for food assistance, there's something fucking wrong. Just saying. And I can say this because I've actually witnessed it. The last time I physically went into Social Security to take care of an issue because of them screwing me like they have been, That's exactly what I witnessed. I was the only person of light skin in that office. Everybody else was either Spanish or from literally Africa or anything. We went in there and you had all these foreigners, not one of them who could barely speak English. And one of the caseworkers had told one of them, okay, well, here's your paperwork. We're going to give you these benefits. And they gave them a $10,000 check and said that they would be receiving $700 in food assistance starting the following month, which is only like a few days later. I want to know how it is that these foreigners who have not paid a single cent into our Social Security or in taxes or in anything can come here and they get a free handout. How is it everybody gets a free handout, but we, the disabled who have actually been here all our lives, born here, and even worked in some cases and paid in, cannot receive those kind of benefits? I don't get it. Because to me, it seems like those of us who are on disability should have been able to get that kind of a payment and get the food assistance, but we don't. Like I said, I wanted to be able to have a little bit of extra money, and every time I've made just a few bucks, I get flagged by the IRS. The IRS tells Social Security. Social Security goes, oh, well, you've got earned income. Okay, now we're taking your check. And I literally spent a whole year on $10 a month. $10. That's it. Here's your Social Security. $10. What the hell are you going to do an entire month with $10? Not a damn thing. Buy a couple gallons of milk, loaf of bread, that's it. You ain't going to have nothing for anything else. I had to borrow money from my family just to be able to pay my rent, just to pay my cell phone bill, pay my electric, pay for my gas. And then when I finally got my benefits back, it was only for a couple months. And then, boop, okay, you had a couple bucks. We're taking it right away again. And I dealt with that for 7 years in a row. This is the first couple years recently, this year and the last couple years, that I've actually not had any issues. And that's only because my tribe told the state that if you do not quit screwing our tribal members over, that we're going to pull our compact with the state and we won't give them anything. Otherwise, I'm sure they'd still be screwing me right now. But the whole reason they're probably not screwing me right now is because they're screwing everybody thanks to COVID. Yeah, you smart ass, Greg. um, my ultimate goal would be to live over on my tribal reservation, which is in Dowagic here in Michigan. But because I medicate, I can't live there either because tribal law coincides with federal law, and I will go to prison for medicating, which is pretty sad. I've been medicating 27, going on 28 years in a matter of a couple of months. And my medicine is seen as a drug, and even though it's recreationally legal in my state, it still don't mean a damn thing. We've got just so many stupid asinine laws, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I that's why I don't understand our government, because they can sit there and make all this money and profit off of screwing all of us, but when we do anything to try to better ourselves or be a benefit to society, we get screwed. And it's heartbreaking, depressing, and irritating as hell. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. No, Studio Geek, I am not in New York. I'm in Michigan. If I was in New York, I would guarantee I'd probably be dead by now, because this whole pandemic thing and the lies by mainstream media and our government, yeah, I can guarantee you people do not like my opinion when it comes down to this situation. I can guarantee that, because I'm one of those that refuses to wear a mask. Sorry, but that's just how it is. I will, when I go to a store, wear a mask over my mouth, but I will not cover my nose because of having my own breathing issues, because I'm a smoker and I cannot stand having shit over my face, making it harder for me to breathe. That's one reason I'm trying to cut down on smoking, because I'm sure that would help a great deal. But if our government wasn't a bunch of fucking liars like they have been ever since the beginning of the founding of this country, then maybe I'd trust our government a little bit more. But I've seen them lie consistently forever, so I don't trust them. Then our mainstream media, no matter which one you look at, is owned by one of 6 corporations who is regulated by a government who is corrupt and lies to us on a regular basis. And they themselves in the mainstream media constantly lie. For instance, I started arguing with people yesterday on my local news channel because they're constantly doing articles and stories on people of color, and everything that they post about is black this and black that and black this and black that, and it's all about black, 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 black. And it shouldn't be that way, because it's all freaking racial manipulation so they can cause more chaos. Period. All lives matter. I don't give a fuck what color skin you have. All lives matter. Shouldn't be this big old fucking fiasco right now about black. When it comes down to it, genocide is still being committed against Native Americans in this country on a daily basis. And I'm not going to shut up. The only way to shut me up is to fucking kill me. Just saying. I've said that publicly multiple times. I will not hide my opinion. I don't give a fuck whether you're in the government, whether you're in my family, whether you're in my community. The only way to silence me is to kill me. And good luck on that, because I will fight tooth and nail whether I am visually impaired or not. I am armed, and I am not afraid to defend myself or anybody in my area. Just throwing it out there, because if you want to, you can bring it on. Just saying. Not to offend anybody here, but that's just my honest opinion. I cannot stand this racial tension that is getting put out there by the mainstream media and our politicians. Because if it wasn't for them trying to manipulate and control everybody on absolutely everything, we wouldn't be in this situation that we're in. Because if you quit lying about the numbers, then maybe people would actually listen. But when you sit here and constantly lie to us on an hourly or couple hour basis, how the hell can we trust them? You can't trust the mainstream media. You can't trust a politician. You can't trust lawyers, as far as you could pick the people up and throw the bastards. Just saying. As I said before, I'm a history nut, so trust me, I know exactly what the hell I'm talking about when it comes down to government and their lies. There's only been one thing that they've told the truth about since the founding of this country. They're going to take our land, and they've damn well succeeded at that, and they're still succeeding at that. They're still stripping us of our rights and our sovereignty as native nations on a daily basis. The whole freaking Standing Rock thing is a good example. The protests at Mount Rushmore recently is a good example. The police brutality and police killings of people of color is a good example. Doesn't matter whether it's people of color, because police brutality and killing by a cop is very bad no matter what color you are. Doesn't matter what ethnicity, what culture, what color skin you have. When you see that we can be shot by police with no repercussions, or beaten by police with no repercussions, there's something terribly wrong with our damn justice system. Not only our justice system, but the education system, along with the political system in general. Just saying. That's why I advocate for everybody to know your constitutional rights, practice your constitutional rights, and do not allow anybody to deny you your constitutional rights. I swore an oath, and I stand by my oath. The only way you're going to shut me up is to kill me. Samson, I know, based on from what I seen from you being on Pat's channel that day, you're one person I would not want to fuck with. I'm just saying, brother. I told my mom the same thing. There's one person. Well, really, you and Karma are like the two people I can. Well, you, Karma, and E, Rap and Combat. You three, as soon as I seen you, it's like, yeah, no, I would not want to piss them off. Why? Because not only can you kill me from a distance, but if you were to be close, you could pick my ass up and throw me a good distance and then shoot me if you wanted to. And not that you'd have to shoot me, because I know your ass is deadly with your hands, just like I would be. But yeah, no. I don't want to screw with my Marine Corps brothers. I don't want to screw with any of my veteran brothers, because I know the stuff that we're capable of doing. Yeah, just saying. I'm not fucking with my brother Samson. In fact, I'd be running from brother Samson if I piss him off. Just saying. No. Don't piss off veterans, because they are able to hurt you in more ways than one. And I'm sorry to go on a rant, everybody. It's just very, very, very frustrating to no end for me. And I'm thankful that a lot of you understand and allow me to express myself like that, because it's not often that I would do something like this, an event like that. But thankfully, you have all allowed me to do that before and have actually told me to go on my events like this. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me to have my speech and my rants like this, because I know not everybody here agrees with the things I say, and I'm thankful that we can have that agree to disagree relationship. Yes, Kim, that is exactly it. Divide and conquer. And that's been something I've been trying to tell people for years now, is that's why all this shit's going on right now. For instance, have any of you noticed about the NWO with the World Health Organization website? I thought that was a wee bit interesting that the World Health has now got a new website called the New World Health Organization. What the fuck? If that doesn't show that our politicians are owned by the rich, I don't know what does. Because that's one reason I do not fully believe all the shit that they keep spewing every day about COVID. I'm sure that we do have a virus. I'm not denying that there is a virus at all. I understand that there probably is one. But I do not believe in all the bullshit numbers and shit that they keep feeding us on a daily basis. Well, you gotta stay 6 foot away. You gotta wash your hands. Oh, don't forget, when you go grocery shopping, you're supposed to go buy your stuff at the store and avoid absolutely all contact with your cart without washing your hands and washing off the cart of your shopping store. Then you get to go and grab your stuff. Then once you get your stuff, they want you to go home, put your bags of groceries out in your garage for 2, 3, 4 days so the virus can die. And then you're supposed to bring your stuff from the garage into your house. Take them out of their packages and discard the outer package if it has one, and then you're supposed to wash your hands, but yet again, take off your clothes and put them into the wash as well. It just makes no sense. The more fear and chaos they can create, the more reason that they have to come in and go, hey, guess what? Now we have full control. And I don't know about you, but I sure as hell am not letting some tyrant tell me what I can and cannot do. I am in the country that is supposed to be free. And I don't care if it's government or who it is that's trying to tell me what to do, because I'm not going to listen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Samson. It's greatly appreciated, brother, because I'm at like wit's end, I'm telling you. Because everything I keep looking at, they keep telling me, nope, 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 nope. Like everybody's talking about the $2,000. Every every time I've heard that statement, I have actually talked to Social Security, not only my local office, but calling the 800 number and talking to other caseworkers down in Florida, over in New York. I've actually had one of them connect me with one out in California before, and I've asked them these questions about how much income we can have before we get punished. And all of them have told me that it does not matter, that I'll lose my income for every cent that I make. And that's why I'm having such an issue now, is because I don't feel like going another 9 months to another year on $10 a month. I can't afford it. It might as well just make me homeless. You know, thanks to this damn pandemic, I was already made homeless. I enjoyed living in my rundown piece of shit house out in the middle of nowhere. I would much rather be there than in the city. It might have been a death trap, but it was my death trap. I enjoyed just being out in the country. You know, I there's a possibility I could have cancer because of living in that house. But I don't care. I would rather be there than here. And that's pretty sad, that I would much rather risk my own life with cancer or dying from fire hazard or whatever than to be in a fully functioning house in the city. But that's just how I am. I would much rather be out in the country and risk my life in a piece of shit than to live in the city and be in a fully functioning house. Because less drama out there, more beauty, and peace and quiet. And I know that's one thing that a lot of us in the blind and visually impaired actually enjoy, is peace and quiet. I thoroughly enjoy peace and quiet. If I could be out in a teepee or a longhouse or a wigwam in the middle of the woods and be able to live alone without any issues with surviving on my own, that's exactly where I would be. I would love to be very traditional to the point to where I don't have to live with electricity and things like that unless it's like solar energy or wind power. Because if I could, my ass would be in the woods in a heartbeat. But unfortunately, being visually impaired and trying to walk around the woods just doesn't work for me because, as I've said in previous streams before, getting smacked in the face by pine needles or tree branches in the face already sucks. And then to get poked in the eyes because you can't see the branches or the pine needles on the branch going into your eye, it's even more painful and hard to deal with. Ow. Gotta love arthritis and popping your fingers. It felt good, but damn, that hurt at the same time. Call me when you can. I need some details for my tree. Okay, definitely will do, Kim. And thank you again. Politicians have always and always will be owned by the rich. This will never change. Need to learn to swim with the sharks without getting bit or worse, turning into one of them. Yeah, I definitely understand that statement. No problem, Kim. I will definitely give you a call in a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I like your statement there, Samson. The only thing is I want to be one of them sharks to eliminate them big sharks. Because that's been one of my dreams is to eventually make it to being like one of them in the sense of having that wealth of endless supply of money. That way I could just piss it all away and give it to the community. You know, here I can give you $1,000 today. Go out and enjoy your life. Or for like our community here who's with us right now, Kim and Greg and Dale and Divided by Sight, even you, our veterans. I would love to be able to have so much money to where I could go, here's $1,000 for you, here's $1,000 for you, here's $1,000 for you every damn day if I could. Wouldn't nobody have to worry about a damn thing. They'd be able to go out, have fun, enjoy your life, and do whatever the hell you want to. But unfortunately, until I can figure out a way to not have to deal with Social Security or the IRS, that's gonna be a possibly never gonna happen dream, but it's still something I would eventually like to accomplish. Because I hate hearing these celebrities out there these days. Oh, well, I donated $500,000 to this, and now I've got to pay taxes on it. Well, that's what happens when you allow a agency that should have never existed in the first place to dictate to you what you do. No taxation without representation is the whole reason that they invaded this country in the first place, right? So why in the fuck do we have this whole Internal Revenue Service to begin with? They ran from taxation to come here and create but yet another taxation. Tax is thievery. Plain and simple. Just because they have that wonderful little code doesn't mean they actually technically have any authority to steal from us. Yet they do it. But, that's what happens when people just let them do whatever the fuck they want to. It's why I hate politicians and why I hate government. Because there's way too many of them assholes in office for too long that only serve themselves and screw the people rather than actually helping the people. It irritates me to no end. I've actually thought about filing some grievances, but I'm sure I'd end up on a list for like Hillary or Donnie Douchebag or any of the other politicians who have connections to make people disappear. I tried to get my wife to live off grade 3 pieces of poop in an outhouse. Oh, God, Greg, thank you for the laugh. You too, Samson. I love your response to that. Because I actually have a cousin who got like very, very, very pissed off at me because I went and peed on a tree. And she's a native. It's like, do you realize that our ancestors didn't have toilets? Where the hell do you think they went to the bathroom back in the old day? Hello? You went outside. If you had to piss, you would piss outside on the ground. My cousin's theory to that was, would you piss on your mother? No. But pissing on Mother Nature is completely different compared to pissing on a person. And if you shit in a hole, it's giving nutrients that you're wasting back to the earth. Just saying. Oh shit, Greg. Oh, thank you for the laugh. I'm telling. Hey, Aaron, no problem, brothers. You're not really missing a whole lot other than me rant, really. I, yeah. And I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, because that is not my goal, is to piss you off or offend you or anything like that. It's to hopefully educate you to some of the struggles and bullshit that we have to deal with in our community. And it's not just our community of the disabled, but for a lot of people within our country that have to deal with these kind of issues. And I hate it. And I'm sure a lot of you are tired of dealing with the bullshit as well. Bruh, what is for damn sure? In fact, I don't drink, but I am going to take me a sip off of this damn Powerade because I'm getting cotton mouth. But, to me, it's just freaking stupid, all the shit that we have to put up with because of corrupt politicians, no matter what level they are, whether it's in city government all the way up to the douchebag in office right now. And yes, I call him Donnie Douchebag or Donnie Dumbfuck because I've personally met the man, and I wish I would have fucking stomped his face into the ground the day that I did meet him for the racist comments as well as disrespect towards veterans in general. If I could have killed him back then, I should have. And I don't care if anybody says that I should be hung for treason or whatever, because it is my personal opinion. He deserves a bullet. He should have gotten a bullet a long goddamn time ago, and I would love to see him 6 foot deep in a pine box. And if he's not 6 foot deep in a pine box, I would love to see him sitting in a gauntlet and sitting on a telephone pole and starve to death and let bugs and animals take care of his stupid ass. Just saying. I have no respect for the man. I wish the man was dead. All lives matter except for dumb fucks without a brain like him. Racist fucking bullshit. Can't stand the man. Sorry. He has no respect for veterans. He has no respect for women. And he thinks that because he has a little bit of money that he's holier than thou, and I'd love to put him in his place. Just saying. Give me a sniper rifle. I volunteer. I'll still do it to this day. I don't care. I'd love to see him eliminated now. Any second, any day. I would celebrate his death. Just putting it out there. Some people definitely disagree with that statement, but when you have an experience like I had with that dumbass, then you would probably have the same opinion too. Because prior to meeting him, I will admit, prior to actually meeting him, I loved watching his TV show just to hear that wonderful, famous saying of his of, "You're fired." I loved it. I actually thought he was a good person up until I fucking met him. Then once I met him and had them words come out of his mouth to me about being a native and being scum of the earth, and then being told that veterans are only a part of the military for free handouts and we deserve nothing and we work for people like him. No, 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 no. I lost all respect for him at that point, and then when it came out about his whole grab him by the pussy statement and how he treats women, I would prefer to see him hung or stabbed or shot or drowned or whatever. You can kill him in any way you want to, and I will celebrate it. I know that's probably a cold-hearted thing to say, but that's honestly how I feel. I cannot stand the man. I wish he was never here. And honestly, I would not be surprised if this whole pandemic situation didn't come out the way that we're dealing with it right now because of him and thinking that he and his people like him are better than everybody else. He said when we argued that I would regret the day that he became president. He's damn right I regret it because I wish I would have stomped his face in that day. Uh, now, Greg, you're on the East Coast, aren't you? If I remember right, anyway. I think you said you were on the East Coast. Guess so many people within the community that are spread out so far, I can't remember. Because I know a lot of people are getting ready to deal with the wonderful double hurricane that's about to hit the southeast and central portion of our country. And I'm just curious of who's within range of that might be here and who's not. Because I want to make sure everybody is staying safe in their area, or at least being prepared for what's coming anyway. Uh, but oh, mm, but it looks like we are just over. Well, we are a little bit over our hour for the stream. So I should probably quit my ranting for the day. That way you can all get back into doing what you want to do rather than listening to me bitch and complain. And I'm sorry if I offended you because that was not my intention. As I said, I do tend to go on some rants occasionally, and thankfully, a lot of you have allowed me that to vent and share my thoughts and agreed to disagree on our own personal opinions of the situation and people at hand. And I greatly appreciate that because it is not my intention to say that you are wrong or anything like that, because I will tell you, as just like Samson will tell you, we swore an oath to defend our Constitution, and if you do not agree with me, that's 100% fine. That is your right. And I will defend your right, whether you agree with me or whether you disagree with me. I don't care. Because it is your right to your opinion, to your speech, to defend yourself. It, you name it. I swore an oath and I stand by that oath. I don't care what color skin you have, where you come from, anything. I took that oath, I stand by that oath, and I will die defending that oath. But with that said, I do want to thank you all for joining me today. It is greatly appreciated. I love chatting with everybody and sharing in your perspective of the situation and possibilities of ways we can handle some of these struggles and issues that we have to put up with. And it means a great deal to me to have our community here for that support for each other and encouraging each other to be able to move forward, even though we have these struggles and issues within society. Thank you, Aaron. It greatly appreciated, brother. It my honor, honestly, because as I said, I don't care who anybody is or where you're from, what color skin you have. I will defend your right to your constitutional rights. I will defend you on all of them. Even if it doesn't agree with me, that's totally fine. And I respect that because, as I've said before, I believe that as adults, we should have these kind of conversations to hopefully make society better rather than worse, like it keeps going lately. Because as adults, we should be able to agree to disagree and have that mutual respect for each other to acknowledge it and move the fuck on. And it's greatly appreciated that you all have that respect to allow me to go on these rants and we can have these conversations and discussions as adults. And I greatly appreciate all of you for that because it is very rare that you will see people actually have that mentality these days of being able to agree to disagree and have that mutual respect between each other when it comes to these kind of topics. And it's greatly appreciated for me as well as for our community because I know that there's a lot of them out there who are afraid of actually sharing their opinions and thoughts because of the backlash that they may actually receive for it. And I hope that you will be open and willing to participate in these discussions and rants, even if you feel it might piss me off. Please do share. I will not yell at you or argue with you. We can have these adult conversations with respect for each other. But as I said, we are a little bit over my usual hour time limit I like to keep myself on. With that said, I want to thank you one last time and ask that you please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. I greatly appreciate you coming here and supporting me in this channel. If you have any questions, you can feel free to hit me up in the comments. You can also email me at consult.ablindguy@gmail.com. Questions, comments, it's all welcome. Don't fear sending me a message thinking that I might rip your head off in an email or anything like that, because I promise I won't. It's no different than here in the live chat. Believe we can have these adult conversations and agree to disagree. And I will be back here tomorrow at the same time in the same place, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. And I will see you all tomorrow afternoon. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, or night, depending on where you are in the world. Please don't forget, if you are watching this in the replay, to leave a comment down below, hashtag Team Replay, so I know that you did see this. Drop your comments down there too, and I will holler at you all tomorrow afternoon. Thanks again for joining me. It's greatly appreciated. Peace out until tomorrow.